Hello. Tea. Sherlock. I am. I'm like 80% done with a career now. Yeah. 152 stars. Just having a cozy stream. Still kind of tired. Lots of information in my new job. They did. I mean, there was an update, which I'm not sure what it was. Oh, no. I was like, oh, Microsoft Store page. No, I downloaded it. Oh, thank you for the resub, Leaky. You have entered salary negotiations with a company. Ooh. Oh, that's excellent news. Oh, congratulations. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear that. Yeah, job hunting and that sort of thing is so stressful. Yeah, so stressful. Yes, we are cleaning the subway platform. We did 43% last time. So we are going to resume that job. But oh, sure, that's amazing news. That is absolutely amazing news. So, don't know how loud my psh is going to be. So, we're loading dirt. I'm going to see the loading screen. There we are. Continue. Right, it has loaded in appropriate dirt. Okay. That looks to be fine level. I have no water sound because I turned my TV down. There we go. Now I have water. So, no, that's amazing. Congratulations on a successful job hunt, which always makes me think like you're going to stuff it and like mount it as a trophy. I mean, also that image is kind of amusing and I like it. Feel like we need to now award trophies for successful job huntings. I, myself, purchased some Lego because why not? I'm still waiting until I pass my probation before I purchase myself a new Elite controller because this one is drifting slightly and also the A button is a wee bit sad. I don't think we're getting very far with this. No, I was trying to make like a hunting joke. And then I'm like, I've taken this too far, but I'm going to run with it. My mind makes weird connections. Always good. Okay. Yeah, no, I purchased myself some Lego because I was like, I really, really, really want the Starry Night Leonardo da Vinci Lego set. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy it. Oh, hunting is so really not a common sport either. Here, not anymore anyway. I don't think I've ever been hunting. Also, I don't know if this... okay. So, sides of things. I don't like fence gate washing. I find that it's particularly annoying. Because of the little fiddly bits. But yes, so I purchased myself some Lego because why not? Sometimes you need a treat. I did check that I'd have space for it first, and if I move some things around, then I will totally have space for it. And also I got a free gift with it, so, you know, always good. Which is like a Lego vase of flowers, and I'm like, cool! you know, flowers that won't die on me, because, you know, getting flowers is always cool, but then when they die, it's really sad. And I don't like being sad over presents, so, you know, now I have Lego flowers. And they even come in their own vase. Which is awesome. But yes, you're watching me while power washing a giant redacted. Why are you redacting it? Is it rude? Why are you washing something rude? Oh, spoilery. Okay, fine. I will forgive you if you are not spoilering. Though, you know, I have at least looked vaguely at the achievement list. I'm not sure, you know, what's spoilery and what's not. Right, I think I should probably... green. No, I just assume when people go redacted that it's rude to start with. I mean, yes, also it's probably spoilery. And, you know, I can't talk a lot about what some of the stuff I'm doing at my new job because it is, you know, NDA. So unless it's live and have been tweeted about or shared on LinkedIn, then it's basically just going to be, I am totally working on Redacted. I'm really excited because my first project is going to be Redacted. Hi, Stagorilla. We are washing a subway platform. High pressure water and rude things don't mix. I mean, does it blend? I mean, they totally mix. They're just also a recipe for potentially for hospital visits. And, you know, I was thinking like statue of a rude thing. Kind of like in Assassin's Creed, I totally climbed up the statue and did a picture of the stone thingy. I also climbed on top of the Sphinx and took a picture with me with that. It's like, if you give me a photo thing and you give me, you know, accurate statues, I'm gonna take photos of them. I also took pretty pictures underwater and of skies. And then, of course, I completely forgot where I got to in all of those Assassin's Creed games, and I have therefore not finished. Because too many things. Oh no, I am fine as long as someone tells me at the beginning that things is a secret. I'm great at keeping secrets if someone tells me it's a secret. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about it. So yes, I am very excited about the stuff that we're working on. Everything is so pretty. If you look at the website, like all of the projects are just such high quality art and design and, you know, construction, that I'm just really pleased. Also really proud of my team and the other teams under the company. But yes, so redacted. But yeah, pretty much everything we work on is under NDA until it's released anyway. So, and some of it is just some of it is like R&D, researchy, innovation-y things. So, just got to be careful with what I say. Careful. It looks like someone put flour on this thing. Mind you, at least it's better than washing those damn toilets. That was kind of gross. But yeah, so brain quite full. Everyone's lovely, but brain quite full. Lots of information to in thingy. And this is the only week stream this week, but weekend stream. Because, and also, I'm hoping that I'm going to be awake for Saturday's stream, because I'm going into the office 2 days, and that's going to be the first time in the office in like 3 years, so, yeah. It's going to be a lot, so I should be going to bed at like 9 o'clock tomorrow. So there would be a co-stream with Jessie, but I was like thinking about it. No, I have to go to bed really early, and I can't be hyperactive because, and I do get excited when I talk to all of y'all, and also, you know, on voice chat with people. So it's like, yeah, I should probably. Oh, I'm thinking maybe I missed gate on the other side, because I remember one of it flashing, but I'm not sure that it all. There we go. Did so. I may have to go back here. You've been doing creative things and resting your frazzled brain. That sounds vaguely sensible. Who said you could be sensible? There we go. Right. Okay. No, that sounds incredibly sensible. I'm very proud of you for changing things up. Yes, unfortunately, there is literally no other way to do onboarding other than here, having a massive amount of information. And my manager's been really great about, like, you know, filtering it so that it's not literally all dumped on me at once. But it is lots of names and faces and processes, and they're so organised, it's great. And even, like, all the research and, like, they use Miro, which is great for, like, mapping out projects and stuff, and all of that's just gorgeous. It just really makes my brain happy because everything's just so pretty. And everyone's so lovely. Yes, well, I did say you know, burnout. Burnout is a thing. You know. I need to find a work-appropriate brain defrazzling task to help me so I can, you know, be doing something helpful, but also, you know, trying to absorb and process all the large amounts of information. Also, I've been watching A Kind of Spark on the BBC, which is based on a book, which I haven't actually read yet, but it's on my shelf, and I purchased it because it looks really good. And it is about, well, the main character and one of her sisters is autistic, or are autistic, and they got autistic actors to play the parts. So it's very authentic. And it's also making me go, and, but it's so good. But also it's like, can the adults not see that they're being so freaking patronising and completely misunderstanding everything? But yeah, it's on the BBC, it's on iPlayer, and I highly recommend it. And it's like really short, like 23-minute episodes, so I'm like zooming through it. A Kind of Spark. A Kind of Spark, based on a book. And don't worry, I always should really remember to repeat things after I've said what they are, because I remember always in podcasts, I'd be like, oh, that sounds really cool, but you said the title at the beginning, and now I have no idea what you're talking about. And then I have to, like, rewind to then find the title. So yes, it is called A Kind of Spark, and it is based on a book, which I also own, and it is about a girl who is trying to get a witch memorial put up in her town to, you know, illustrate the fact that, you know, a lot of the time witches were killed, or, you know, women were killed because they were different. And it really resonates with her because she's autistic and is, you know, therefore deemed different and awkward and, you know, well, School's hard enough. Life is hard enough without having people, you know, treat you differently because your brain, you know, processes information in a way that is different to, you know, the standardized norm, shall we say. Not wanting to say different from normal, because what the hell is normal? Because everyone is different. But, you know, there is a socially acceptable way of doing things, and then anyone that doesn't do it like that is deemed different. And yeah, in the olden times, you was burned as a witch if you was different, if you dared to have opinion, and is... I was like, what have I missed? The backs of things. Another friend. Look, we travel in tribes. You know. It's one of those things, it's like, you know, if you haven't got your diagnosis yet, it's just a matter of time. And also, hi, Dan and Milo. How was your weekend of sport and stuff? Did you have fun? Did the team score many sports balls and all that? Or whatever it was you were watching. You beat the other team. Yahoo! Very good. Excellent, in fact. You have the Paulies now? Oh, shit. The normal Paulies or the, you know, pandemic plague Paulies? You know, not that any kind of Paulie is a good thing, but, you know what I mean. Some is infinitely more recoverable than others. Or did you accidentally poison yourself? Because that's always amusing. Well, I don't know what kind of Paulies Jesse had other than he slept for like a day. Come on! Please make my seat be, you know, clean. Aha! Same as you, you've mostly slept. Okay. Well, it sounds like Jesse's feeling better. Because he was like, oh, no, we can do the co-stream. And I'm like, yeah, I need to go to sleep, like, mega early tomorrow. And as much as I love doing the co-streams, that is half the problem, because I love doing the co-streams and I get all excited. Though I do need to try and do some tower in the dungeon tower stuff, because the tower guards are like out in force on one of the floors this week until the 22nd. I saw on TA someone had posted that, so I did one run and then went, I really should have looked to see what the method was for, you know, this being slightly more sustainable. So I'm gonna do some tower runs. But it's not too bad. There's a wildfire if you need wildfires as well. You got out of bed at 1:45 and have napped twice. I mean, that sounds like a really delightful way of going through a day. I always want to nap right before my stream starts, But I think that's just because I just ate. Yes, it is explained in the guides. I just didn't look at the guides. I just went, ooh, tower guards on, you know, thingy 26. I just didn't realize how long it would take me to get to that particular level. And then I was like, oh, that was the tower guards. Because I hadn't realized I'd gotten to the level until suddenly I got to the boss at the end. I was not paying attention. I was watching TV and, you know, playing game. And, you know, therefore was not paying attention enough to, you know, realize that I defeated tower guards. But now I know what they look like. So, you know, I've got more of a chance of remembering. Yeah, napping is good. One of my new engineering team is Italian, and we were talking about how it should be scheduled in like the siesta after lunch, especially when you've just had a bowl of pasta, because, you know, sleepy, need to digest, therefore should be able to have a nap. Substandard achieving? Yeah, I know. I was trying to do it legit, but I realised playing through the tower 10 times was going to be slightly time consuming and not necessarily fit in the time that I had. So I should possibly have a look at what the guide had to say. So I did one legit run. I did get my, you know, 100 tower floors and 15 different biomes achievements, which was quite good. But yeah, I feel like this is the time to do the tower thing. And it's not like a major, like, it doesn't feel very exploity, it's just save and exit. I feel like save and exit is a legit way of doing it. My brain doesn't like exploiting like cloud saves and stuff too much, just because it feels slightly, you know, dodgy. I will only like mess around with cloud saves when the game balks in a cloud save type situation. Like I've quit out to force a cloud save when things have frozen at cutscenes and what have you, but I do try and do things fairly legit, and I don't like grinding things particularly, unless it's mindless grinding, like I totally played 200 hours of Bejeweled endless thing with a bit of, well, I'm going to quit out and save and do the cloud save thing. Because, you know, forcing a save feels like a sensible thing to do. I like that. It's what I do in like every other game that lets me save properly is I'm going to save. I'm going to do another 5 minutes and then I'm going to save. Oh no, I got down I remember doing Mass Effect 1 on Insanity and I'd be like, get out of the Mako. Oh, there's no enemies around. Cool, I will save. Get back in the Mako, crawl a little bit, defeat the next group of enemies, get out of the Mako, there's no enemies around, save. Which was totally exploiting the whole danger perimeter metric. But, you know, it made me feel better, and therefore when I died, I only went back a little bit instead of like having to redo the entire thing. That was on, I want to say Navaria, where there was that really snowy long climb thing, which just had a lot of enemies when you were playing on Insanity. But anyway, I fully endorse people playing as they want to play, unless they're literally hacking the game, and in which case, please don't do that, because that's wrong. Yes, yeah. Any game which gives me saves is going to get massively saved. Like, you know, when I was playing Brock, I have lots and lots of saves. And what I'm going to have to do is, if I want to do multiple playthroughs, I'm going to have to go, right, I'm going to name some saves that I definitely don't want to lose. But other than that, I'm going to have to delete some saves because I have no room. What am I missing out there? But yeah, I like this game because it lets me, you know, just chat to everybody. There we go. Oh, this actually has stuff on. This is the schedule. Westbound from Sparkleton, eastbound from Muckingham. Copyright 1983. Looks pretty modern for 1983. So yes, I've really been enjoying that. I've also watched Picard season 2, and I am waiting until the 21st when the last episode of Picard season 3 comes out, because otherwise I'll do what I usually do, and I will binge the entire season, realize the last episode's not out, completely forget about it, and it'll be a Loki situation all over again. Your power cuts have gone away. Oh, did you get it recalibrated, or did it just sort of sort itself out? Because if you didn't get it recalibrated, you probably should still do that. Just in case they start again. But yes, you should definitely get back to streaming. I endorse this message. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is the best stream on the Citadel, or something such nonsense. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that sounds good. I'm glad it's fixed. I'm not sure if I should be noticing anything weird going on in this place, because honestly, it's all slightly odd to me. Or whether I should just, you know, wait for the story to point out what's weird. But anyway, I hope everyone's week has started off well. Feed in. Huh? Oh! So you can... Sorry, we're still talking about your power thingy. So you get paid for putting money back on the grid, right? Putting money? Putting, I know what I mean. The thing other than money. Power. Power back on the grid. Right, where's my ladder? I know it's around here somewhere. I've almost washed it 3 times. Oh! Okay, technically there's a few hours left of that. I should leave that on. Just going to put it over there for now because finish off the floor. So yes, negative electricity bills, excellent. So yes, so there are a couple more hours left to enter on Gleam to win a copy of Arcade Spirits: The New Challenges on Xbox. The link is there in the chat right now. You know, so get that in. It closes at midnight. unsure whether that's midnight GMT or midnight BST, so get it in before the end of the stream. You are required to have a Twitch account to be able to enter, because that is one of the mandatory actions. But as you're all watching on Twitch right now, one would hope that you have a Twitch account, and it's really easy to sign up either way. Apparently the awards is not going to be streamed live, which is kind of sad. It's going to be recorded and available after, but hopefully at some point should find out whether they won, because they've been nominated for 2 gaming awards, Gaming with a Y, which is awesome and well deserved. So yeah, and we're going to play chapter 3, level 3 on Sunday. Which is cool. Getting into the story. I'm going to be getting a team house next week, it sounds like. Sponsored by Pizza Yums. Which is very cool. And I feel extremely topical. So yeah. But yeah, hopefully everyone's week is starting off well. And you're enjoying the power wash. Yeah. There we go. Just making sure that I sort of make things ding as I go along. It's harder because things are split up into parts and it's not always sure whether it's going to be a big bit or a little bit. Big bits are slightly more forgiving. Because you only have to get to like 99%, and obviously 99% of something small is really kind of accurate, and 99% of something bigger is less accurate. Yes. Or there's just like light shining, or it's like bits you can't see because you need to get up high, or it's stuck behind something, or there's like a really weird angle and you can't get a ladder. Yeah. But mostly it's useful to, you know, clean bits as I go along. So, and I know I did the whole of the, well, whichever side, the right hand side, left hand side. I don't know which side I came in on, but I know I did the whole of that side, including the tracks last time. So I'm fairly certain it's in good nick. It's kind of calming because my brain is kind of noisy today. That's the problem with watching good shows, is they make you think and then they make you go, I'm going to come up with all these scenarios, and it's like, this is not helpful, brain. Please go away. Also, I would like to sleep at some point, and then I have to get up early because, you know, you can't get up at like 9:25 to start at 9:30 when you've got to be in the office. It's very inconvenient. I wouldn't. I've only, I think, once worn PJs for a work meeting, and that was just. It was either, you know, go to the meeting or get dressed, and I needed to go to the meeting. But I did wear PJs to a lecture in university, same reason, because, you know, it was either be on time or, you know, get dressed. But yeah, I'm sure I could pace during meetings if I wanted to. People would understand. It's an accommodation. I'm gonna take my fidget. Well, that was easy. Right. Yeah, I know it's tricky to be yourself. You got to just kind of try and just do it, which obviously is the least helpful advice. But if you just try to do it, and then hopefully it, you know, because you're doing it, it helps destigmatize it for yourself. But I always figured that, you know, I'm doing this so that, to normalize it so that other people will be like, oh, well, that would make me feel more comfortable. I can do it too, because look, you know, they're doing it. And plus, I'm fully out. What else are you gonna say? Yeah, I'm fully out at work, you know. Well, I mean, the whole, like, leadership team know I've not done my Joe and Tell yet to let the entire, you know, team and company know, but it's all over my LinkedIn profile and on my CV, so it's not like I'm hiding it. But, you know, I'm just trying to normalize everything. But yeah, I shall be taking... I shall finally finish configuring my goddamn loops, because I have no idea how my brain is going to go react to the office with a lot of people in after 3 years of not being in the office, and it being a whole day. So I need to configure my loops, so at the very least I can try and see how well they do at blocking out extra noise. And take my fidget, and yeah. Because, you know, managers have been asking, what can we do? And I'm like, I don't know until I've seen the space and been in the space. And then I can be like, well, you know, it'd be really nice if there was a quiet space. And, you know, changing out light bulbs or what have you. God, I hope they don't hum. Yeah, London noises a lot. I mean, I'm picking a commute in that is slightly more changes and slightly more annoying, but avoids the busy station. Well, some of them. I'm going via Stratford, so that's semi-busy. But it avoids, like, getting crunched on the central line, for example, which is not pleasant. I refuse to do that again. And also going via King's Cross, which is, you know, going to be busy. So I'm trying to minimize stuff, but it's still gonna be really, really hard. Just purely the fact that literally I've not left my house since I got home from Easter. But also I've not been in an office for, you know, 3 years. Or, you know, wanted to make a good impression on people that I don't know yet. Oh, I hate busy commuters. Busy commuters are freaking rude. And also, I dislike the feeling of getting carried onto a train not under my own power, which has happened to me before. So, avoiding the central line at all costs. Which means that, you know, I'm gonna go on the overground. I mean, it's not too bad. It's like 45 minutes or something. As long as I remember my headphones, we should be good. But yeah. Ooh, Subway was reopened again following extensive repointing in 1923 by Mayor Jeff Jefferson. I swear, this is the same guy. He's just a vampire and just keeps on adding a number. He keeps on going missing and then adding a number again. It closed again the following fall after shocking revelation that Wilberforce Trust had been using it to funnel train tracks full of stolen money out of town. Doesn't surprise me, but yeah. I'm wondering if he's like just some sort of immortal, and every so often he goes, the money was never recovered. Every so often he just goes missing, and then suddenly another one pops up and it's like, oh yeah, that was my dad. Maybe he's alternating between several towns doing that. So it goes missing from one town, turns up in the next, and goes, "Oh yes, so that was my dad." And then, 20 years later, "Oh yes, that was my dad. And I am now the 13th incarnation of this guy." I don't know. Not sure how that explains the missing cats, but, unless there's some sort of demonic sacrifice of cats to keep him looking, the same age, to keep his youthful whatever. I don't know what he looks like either. But yes, so there is DLC coming out for this, which Leaky quite rightly pointed out last time, which I completely misread, which was actually announced in the Twitters as I was playing the game, which is probably why I was very confused and didn't realise what was going on. I'm not sure. I think it might. I don't know whether it adds new achievements, but there's a free update and there's possibly a paid update, which of course I will buy because this is awesome. Very much enjoying this game. But yes, I have made significant progress and I am pleased. But it would be really funny to get DLC like where you go back in time and you spray it all with mud to make it look, and moss and rust to make it look old and dirty and things like that. That would be quite funny. But yeah, I was gonna look at doing a Joe case today, but I just realised yesterday that I was really tired and I didn't think I'd be up for it. I do need to do another Joe case, but at the moment, I've not. My backlog's still there. It's not going anywhere, and we just need to wait until I get into the rhythm of things with work so that I feel up to be able to, showcasing a few games. For now, we're just gonna take a, cozy stream during the week instead, and move showcases to Saturdays. Okay. I need to restart that anyway because I missed one of one of the achievements at the beginning, so I can do that. Paid DLC this quarter, then more free content, paid DLC next one. Oh, cool. Well, I mean, I will quite happily, buy DLC for this, preferably with the 10, 20% or whatever it is you get with Game Pass to get cheaper DLC. In fact, if they bring out a deluxe edition, I might actually just buy it because I have really enjoyed this game and it's so far provided many hours of fun. So yeah, but hopefully the DLC pace will, DLC will keep pace with my progress in this game. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh yes, so I'm doing a Joe case with a giveaway on Saturday. It's not a multiple Joe case, it's just one game. So if anyone's interested in the new Sherlock Holmes game, I have a copy to give away. So yeah, but yeah, this is soothing. I think I like it because I don't get dirty, but I get to clean things. I don't know what I just pinged there. Maybe it was a light or something. No? Anyone see what I pinged? I guess it could have been a section of ceiling. But I just sort of like fished the, you know, like that. The washer, because it was going around a corner and it suddenly went ping, but I didn't see what I did. But yes, I would quite happily buy this game and DLC and a sequel. Maybe there'll be some kind of bundle. Because it is very good. And enjoyable. And kind of cathartic. And it doesn't really ask much, beyond the, how the hell do I roll a ball up a slide? Oh, we should maybe try and do that. We can possibly load into the level that we've already cleaned and try and push the ball up the steg side slide. Could make myself dizzy staring at this ceiling. Oh no, I think it's that ceiling in the middle that is, oh no, it is that in sections. Okay. Well, at the very least, it will, glow the bits that I've missed. Oh yeah. Something, something, something. Psh. My brain's thinking about the TV show I watched. And then like, ooh, well, I want to read the book after I finish the show. Should I have read the book first? No, I think the show is going to make me just want to read the book more. And I don't know how faithful an adaptation it is, but it's certainly, as I said, you know, if it's got actual autistic actors playing autistic characters, I am definitely going, it's a decent adaptation then. Well, that makes me happy. And also wondering if I should make a hot chocolate for later. The answer probably being yes. One should always make hot chocolate. It's called A Kind of Spark on BBC. Or CBBC possibly. It's on the iPlayer. And I was watching it before this. It's about a schoolgirl that starts learning about witches for a school project, and then wants to create a witch memorial, to recognize the fact that women were basically killed for being different. Yes, that what Leaky just posted. Woo. And it's, like 23-minute episodes. It's like 10 episodes. It's not massively long, but it's really, really good. And mostly I'm just, at the moment, very annoyed at one of the teacher characters who is basically the worst kind of person. So, yeah. I'm definitely enjoying it. But yeah, it's sad and happy at the same time. Or I'm feeling sad and happy about it at the same time. And it resonates especially strongly, having been literally called a witch myself, because I'm different. So. At least that's one very good thing about my new job, is everybody is really, really lovely. Though obviously low bar set by the previous, not my previous company, because they were also lovely, but like a previous company where, yeah, literally I was introduced to someone and someone went, female developer, burn the witch, which really made me feel nice and toasty welcome. So yeah, this particular show resonates a lot because of the witch thing, and the fact that, probably a lot of witches were actually autistic women, or just outspoken women, or women that, or, lesbians and that sort of thing, or asexuals, or whatever. It's like where you didn't conform to whatever societal norm that people thought you should do, you would be accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake, or, drowned, or beaten, or basically killed in horrifying ways. But yeah, the main character is, and her sister are autistic, and it's, yeah, they're portrayed by autistic actors, and it's just, yes, very sweet. They are very sweet, but yeah, there's a horrible teacher in there, that is just so mean. But yes, the super fair system of, if you drown, you're not a witch, but if you don't drown, you are a witch. So what are they gonna do? Or, it's like actual witches wouldn't burn, but just women, because a lot of it was just, there was also a lot of, well, this woman said that she didn't want to sleep with me, therefore she must be a witch, or, this woman is extremely attractive and I am thinking impure thoughts, therefore she must be a witch, or, dared to have an opinion, or I don't know. Lots of reasons, but yeah, absolutely horrific. I remember. Does anyone remember the game Murdered Soul Suspect, the Squeenix one? Really great game. Some really, horrifying explanations of, like, women being killed, accused of witchcraft and killed, producing sort of ghost trauma type situations. Great game. Came out a little while ago. I actually got a special edition. It came with a little booklet thingy. Probably the one and only time I've gotten a special edition, just because I really liked the game. I stacked it as well. I purchased all the versions. Because I just really enjoyed it as a game. But yes, some horrifying things have happened in the past and, you know, are still happening now. So we're just power washing a subway station because then we don't have to think about how awfully terrible, you know, a lot of the world is. Including whatever horror Rishi Sunak is exposing kids to these days. Basically accusing them of being stupid if they don't know how to do maths. Or, you know, and stuff like that. What is that, like blood spots? Like I'm washing away evidence of a crime here. But anyway, we won't talk about that on stream. Yes, we will just wash away. It could be oil, I suppose. It does really feel like we're washing away evidence of a crime. Anyway. Dan, how is Milo today? How is Papa? Oh, very good boy. Oh, good Milo. Good Milo gets treats? Okay, so I think I should finish the wall and the inside bit before I go to that side. I mean, yes. Always. Do I get treats for being a sweetheart? I keep meaning to make myself treats, but no energy. Ha! 69%! Good progress, though. It probably won't be a late one tonight. But, you know, I always say that, don't I? I have been getting a little better sleep, so... might need to get the ladder up there, because I think there was some areas where it was a lip. A thrum as well as a psh. Nice. Good characterization. Oh my god, I think that's a light down the middle. I thought it was just an iron bar. Time wasted time. I feel like getting electrocuted because you sprayed water at a light socket would be a really inadvisable way to die. GI. Where's my ladder? Yeah. No, this is just gonna be easier if I, yeah. I can ladder. Honest. Right, okay, so I just got That's why I have a dishwasher. Which, because I live on my own, only needs to get filled like every 3-4 days. So, it's a lot easier to manage. It's not a very straight line. Subway will remain closed for another 30 years until community funding allows for its renovation. Ran until 1984 when the main tunnel's extensive reporting finally failed, thankfully in the dead of night. Ah, which explains why stuff is copyright 1983 then. I also finally finished The Last of Us TV show, not game. Though, judging by the TV show, I was really close to the end of the game when I got stuck. Because a save point glitched on me. I think I enjoyed the show more than the game, to be fair. can't whistle. I wish I could whistle. Or maybe I don't wish I could whistle. Sometimes I wish I could whistle. But now you can? I mean, I know the theory behind it. Just never been able to whistle. Maybe some people are just incapable of it. As I said. Can't whistle. What is it with the random bloodstains on this track? 94%. No one uses the train station. It's only clean because I've cleaned it. It's been like this for lots of years. 30 something years. I can't decide if I'm hungry. I'm not, considering I just had stew. Probably means I'm thirsty and need to have a hydrate. Yeah, I do it a lot on snack and I hate snacking. It makes me feel, you know. Plus, I've tried to reduce the amount of snacks that I have in the place, so then mostly I just feel annoyed. platform, wall, tunnel floor, tunnel lights times 3. Okay. Well, we're just going to highlight because I'm not quite sure which bit of wall. Aha! Hmm? There we go. Ah! Oh, I didn't realise there was 2 bits to the tunnel floor. Looking for the glow on things that glow. Voila! We are done. I like how it suddenly went zoom because I did a whole like tiny bit. My work has been signed off. Congrats! Yay. 2,000 for that one. Ooh, fortune teller's wagon. Okay, let's have a quick look. So, maybe I should buy the Prima Vista. Or, no, we said we were going to go into the playground and roll the football up the stagger slide. But what I'm going to do is take a very quick break first because I need to make more tea. So, I'm going to run a quick ad and pause the recording because that works really well. Though I do tend to get low and then when I sit down, I'm up again. So be prepared for a jump if you're watching this on the VOD. So I will be right back. And I probably jumped, but hey, I'm back. Right, so yes, can we go into the level? Oh, we might have to free play. Locations, playground. Well, you know, not gonna do anything other than try and get the ball up the slide. So, someone suggested creating like a No, that's not going to work. Where the heck did I just place the ladder? No, actually, that might be easier if that was the other side. Oh, fuck. Like, putting it there might be more use because then it would stop freaking going down the hole. Well, that was unhelpful. Now it's all the way down the other side of the playground. Oh, there's the ladders. Don't say that. That's mean. No, doesn't actually help there either. Well, I figured, you know, if I can get the damn ball up there, it might help it rolling off the place, except that now it's just rolling all over the place. I was going to try and use the ladder as well to funnel it, but you can't use the ladder like that. Hi, Lady Magritte. Oh, for caca. Wrong slide. Oh, come on! No, sometimes Lady Magritte says hi before banning somebody. You've jinxed me now, Leaky. Just because you said it was going to take 3 hours, now it's going to take 3 hours. Just going to blame you. Totally not my complete lack of ball skill. No, you didn't. Oh. Damn you! I need to remember to turn that off for the next stream. Yes, there is still a chance to win a copy of Arcade Spirits, the new challenges, on Xbox, via my Gleam giveaway. Look! You got to the freaking thing! Why wouldn't you go up it? It's gonna go rolling again. I don't think this is actually helping. Yep, and I just went through that. It's just not going up the stairs. Stairs up the slide. Is that much of a lip? Or do I just need to get a run up? Because that's hard. Because of the angle it's at. So much easier if you could just pick the effing thing up. Any ideas how I get it actually on the slide? Since it's taken me an hour just to get it to the slide. Yeah, I'm making some abstract art here. Oh! Yeah, just did that. No, don't you... okay, so... Yeah, I got it partially up the slide, and then my thing went over it instead of guiding it up. And then yeah. Well, it's a really clean yellow bit. Um, oh, don't. It starts looking like a really weird face after a while. No! Got away from me! Harder than it looks getting it actually up the slide once it's partially on it as well. That's 3 times I've got it on the effing slide, and it's just not. Look, you see, that's how far I got it up. We're 2/3, but that's not enough. really looks like a face. No! Up! No, 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 no! Up! No! Seriously, look! I get it up the slide and it doesn't go up! How are you supposed to get the momentum? Unless you manage to get it to go whoosh all the way up, but you can't get enough lead on it. Because of the stupid angle. And people are doing this with not the pro washer. But I mean, you saw I had that on the slide. Look how, you know, I get 2/3 of the way up and it just won't go any further. This is frustrating. Maybe I should just go wash the gypsy thing, which is really inappropriate, culturally inappropriate. Maybe it was just a caravan, but I read it as gypsy. I'm probably misinterpreting, to be perfectly honest, because I'm annoyed at this. Bull neck. Where's the ball gone? Ah. Please tell me that counted. So basically, scooch it onto the thing and crouch. And then you take up the entirety of the slide and you can just shove it up there. Excellent. Right, let's go clean something in career mode because now I've got the one that I was missing. Right, fortune teller. Okay, not gypsy. I misread that. That was not appropriate of me. So there's nothing to do with a thing. So there we go. Okay. The uncanny Franny. Okay, so that's, you know, an interesting. You're in awe. No, I cheesed it. Check out my new wheels. Everyone says I could talk the hind legs off a turkey, so I'm going to join the travelling fairground as a fortune teller. Got the name and now I've got the ride. Picked it up from an old lady at a bargain price online. Was the only bidder. She wasn't happy. She said she'd curse me if I didn't pay her the going rate, but it's not my fault she didn't set a reserve price. It's not like she'd even looked after the wagon. It's covered in anything and everything you can imagine. The rest of the fairground is pristine, so please help. I can do that. We'll probably clean this nice and easy and then finish up. I was just like, it's the one I was missing and can't finish in career mode and possibly should have got in career mode. Volcano is, you know, but yes, the rest of the thing is pristine. Hey, why don't you be my first subject? Okay. For your fortune telling, okay. Sure. I'll define your past and future based on arcane technique of water divination. Sure. Yes. How long did that take me to do? That was quite a while, I think. But hey, I've done it now. It's good. So now we finished that frustrating one. I never have to do that again. And we can just have fun, calming water. Yeah, it's like that was not fun, but was certainly made easier by using my entire body to buck the ball. I was just... Sheesh. Probably when we hit 20%, we'll get our first divination thing. There we go. I sense you're someone who used to be wishy-washy, always flitting from one thing to another. But now you have this reserve focus, like the 15-degree nozzle of a quality pressure washer. Ooh, there's a whole table and chest as well. I wonder how long it's going to take for that name to get defaced. Suddenly you feel the need to wash away the sins and malaise of the unfortunate. Sure. This isn't just dislodging moss and muddy streaks, it's almost become a compulsion for you. Compulsion that's threatening to take over your life. Like this game. Let me see what you did there. What's everyone else playing, anyway? Playing anything interesting? Surprising amount of golf with friends. Interesting. Cool. Skyrim yet again. Yet again? Or, you know, just that time that you started. When you said you were starting. There we go. My future is really quite amazing. Excellent. Don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm going to be deliberately vague, but there are things you're going to do and see beyond your imagination the next little while that are going to blow your mind. There's a Jessie? Hang on. Ah! Jessie said about turning dragons into Randy something or others. It's another game with a crystal ball in. Have you got the one that turns the dragons into My Little Ponies? It kind of looks like there's a cat in the crystal ball. There is a cat in the crystal ball. The cat is in the desert. I found the mayor's cat. It's weirding me out because there's like a little green reflection on these things. The little gold balls, and it's like, it looks like they're not clean and it's got some sort of mold on it. But it's probably just reflecting something particularly green and, you know, whatever. There we go. Hey Doc, how's the wash? I'm back up on Rumbling Rushless. Oh, the volcano. Is that the guy with a plane? Never thought I'd see this in my lifetime, but the data is off the charts. Hoping I'm wrong, but it looks ready to blow, and if it does, Muckingham's in real danger. It's not good. Oops. How are you feeling today, Jessie? Ooh, crap, fell off. Axle mounts. Okay. Bay window supports. Roof undersides. Oops. Get off. Shutters. Skylight roof trim. Wall trims. There we go. That's one. Lip. All decorative trim. Wheels. Oh, Mr. Wheel. Side panels. Ah. Roof decorative trims. Oh wait, there's 4 of them. There we go. This is the Wishy Washers. I got your details from Vren Harper, who's helping us with a historic dig. Fancy getting involved? That was... Oh, my last one today. Ow, that was surprisingly fiddly. Wagon looks great. Thanks so much. Mind how you go. Ooh, clean the ancient statue. Knock over 4 buckets. An ancient statue and an ancient monument. We're getting there. We've only got 10 achievements left. I am quite pleased that I got that stegosaur one. So I don't think any of these are... well, maybe the challenge mode 5 gold medals, but I don't think there's any more, like, fiddly-ass tricky things. What sort of challenges do we have? Time and water. I'm not great at conserving water, I have to say. So yeah. Well, that was pretty good. Gonna leave that there. I'm not streaming again until the weekend because I have work stuff and need to prioritize that. Ow. So yeah, but Jesse's streaming tomorrow, so do tune in to see what he's up to. I will be streaming Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, which is the just released Kickstarter next Sherlock Holmes thing by Frogwares. I'm in the credits because I liked it. But I also have a copy to give away. That just came out last Tuesday, I think. So, yeah. Should be cool. But, yeah. Oh, I need to go stretch and sleep and stuff and find out my things for Thursday, or like make a list of things I need for Thursday so that I can get that sorted tomorrow. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. It's been good company. Thank you to Leaky for the resub. And yeah, I'm tired. At least we got the subway done, we got the Stegosaurus missing Chivo done, and we cleaned Fortune Teller's thingamajig. And now we have an ancient statue to do, which should be fun. There is a very tiny possibility that I might do a Thursday stream. I've not scheduled it in because it's more than likely not going to happen. But, you know, it may be that I get back and I'm like, I want to do a little more stream, so I'll probably just continue with Power Wash, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, but that is a small possibility, so I'm going to mark the Thursday stream as cancelled for now, and just play it by ear. So yes, thank you very much for watching the stream today. I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Have a great rest of your day and rest of your week.